And it's Dean Takahashi at VentureBeat. I'm here at the DICE Summit with a couple of leaders of the video game industry here, Muzyka and Greg Zeschuk. They're the co-founders of BioWare, and they're getting a nice, well-deserved Hall of Fame award here. And for a couple of decades worth of work, lots of blockbusters under your belts. And you're giving a talk that includes sort of a description of corporate humility as a core value. What do you mean by that?
Well, humility is one of our core values at BioWare as a division of electronic arts, and for us, it's all part of how we approach our development processes, how we approach running our business, how we partner with our teams, partner with our investors, partner with all our competitors and peers in the industry. And it's very much you see it as a very powerful word. Like, it's not a soft word at all. It's actually.
I've never heard anybody included in their core values before.
Interesting. Yeah, for us, it means something pretty bold, actually. It's like ability to admit you're wrong, and ability to learn from your mistakes, and ability to take the best ideas from your teams and kind of consider it like a meritocracy and try and apply those to make your products better for your community of fans, and try and return the best results you can for your investors, and try and improve the workplace for your employees.
Yeah, I think another way to characterize it, since it's almost openness, or openness is very said to, hey, admit when you're wrong, admit when you don't know something. It's actually, it's one of those things that was actually drilled into us when we were physicians. Like back, one thing you treat you in medical
doctors.
Yeah. Don't assume you know everything. And I think, and if you assume you know everything, that's actually exactly when you get in trouble in medicine. And so you kind of realize that, well, that applies to everything in life. Like assume you know very little, assume you have lots to learn. And as Ray said, it's funny because we had a lot of debates about folks about how it's actually a strong thing. People say, oh, that sounds weak. We shouldn't say we're humble.
When people become as successful as you guys have, there's a lot of hit or miss blockbuster game designers there. Maybe they get a hit and then they get a miss, but you guys are consistently getting hits, and that's pretty rare record. And when you achieve that level of achievement, I guess, in your profession, humility usually goes by the wayside.
Well, it's interesting when you go down the tubes.
Yeah, because I think that's when you actually have to embrace it even more strongly, because you're only as good as your next game. You're only as good as the workplace you create for your talented employees that got you to where you are, and they're going to be the people that help you get to the next level. And you're only as good as the relationship you have with your fans, your investment partners, and all the competitors in the industry. And people remember if you're humble, if you treat people with respect. That comes back. It may take years sometimes, but people remember that. And I think it's a very confident word in many ways. It's like the ability to say, we're confident enough we're going to get through this with our strong team, but we're also willing to recognize that we can learn, we can improve, we have to improve. In an industry as dynamic as video games, with so many rapidly changing entertainment and technology choices, you just have to be humble. I think it's a real strength to be able to admit that, and focus on
video games seem like an industry of bragging rights, I guess.
I think the thing is that the bragging rights can turn on you in a dime. Like, I think one thing about video games is even as, hey, we've been successful for years and very successful releases, you still never know. You every time you launch a game, you jump off the precipice and you kind of cross your fingers and close your eyes and say, I hope this one works.
And adapt rapidly if you find that there's things that you need to change, which
while you're falling
open
your
to
parachute
ideas
pops,
for that to work.
So remember that, folks. Corporate humility, that's the path to the Hall of Fame. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.